Hey, this is Dr. D. You're about to take an online quiz, so let's spend a few minutes talking about that. I want to give you some hints. Practice makes perfect. Good study habits go a long way when it comes to taking a quiz, test, especially online. Do what you need to do to prepare for the quiz. Do your homework. Make sure you've read all the readings, watch the videos, you've taken notes, you've looked over your notes, you made flashcards if need be. Do whatever it is that you need to prepare for the quiz. And practicing problems is very important. Make sure you practice them correctly. Perfect practice makes perfect. Not just practice makes perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. Get your computer ready for the exam. Make sure you got any pop-up blockers disabled. If you can get a hard link to the computer, direct internet connection, hardwired, that's better than wireless. Make sure that your browser that you've been using is been compatible thus far, so that you don't have any IT issues going in to taking the quiz. So only launch the quiz or test when you're ready to begin. Make sure you got everything you need around you, some papers and pencil, maybe a snack, got your distractions away. One of the perks of taking a quiz not in a classroom setting is that you can be comfortable and make sure that there are no distractions, and you can really focus on what the task is at hand, doing the best you can on the quiz. Go over the entire quiz or test beforehand, click through them, and answer the less challenging questions first. On the ones that are calculations, I'll try to put some guide to you, a keyword in it that'll tell you that it's a calculation, so you know that probably takes more time than just a true false question. That way you can save your time for the hard questions at the end, and you make sure that you've gotten all the easy ones out of the way so that you're not stressed out trying to do questions that you could have done quite easily up front. Use the test to your advantage. Sometimes if you've forgotten a concept, maybe some other question will answer it for you. Or you're trying to come up with a chemical name or formula, it might be included in another problem somewhere. So remember what you've done throughout the test, and sometimes recalling that information can help you on a particular problem. Use a process of elimination. When you have a multiple choice question, sometimes one or more of the answers are obviously impossible. And so even if you don't know how to answer the question, if you're down to guessing, you've improved your odds in that regard. Sometimes you can eliminate all the answers but one right off the bat in a calculation because they're wind up being nonsensical answers. Now you saved your time from having to do the calculation, or you can go ahead and do the calculation and you can this gives you a double check that you've gotten the right answer. Make sure that you read each question carefully, that you don't get tripped up by the wording, that you don't misread the question. Pay attention to the wording. You always come back to the quiz, that question later on. Pay attention to the clock. You'll have a certain allotted amount of time. Don't spend too much time on any one question. That's why I suggest going through the test to begin with and trying to do the least challenging questions time-wise first. So pay attention to the clock. Utilize all the tools that you have available to you. We've already mentioned the scrap paper and pencil that you have. Make sure you write out your units when you're doing your calculations. Take significant figure rules into account. We'll be talking about those as we go along. You can have a periodic table close by. Make sure your calculator is there. You could use one on the computer, but you don't want to be toggling back and forth if you can help it. And write out all your answers. A really good thing to do is not simply take the quiz online, but take it on paper. Write down your answers as you go along. If you have a problem and there's about the grading down the road, you can always, if you've written down all your work, you can take a snapshot of it or scan it and send it to me, and we will maybe find where you went wrong. And so it's important to do that so you can learn from your mistakes. So those are a few hints about taking quizzes and tests online. Good luck.